Welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through this colorful green fall smoky eye. I really love the way that this turned out. It went in a different direction than I was planning, but I'm obsessed with this look. I think it's so pretty. Whether you're more advanced or a beginner at makeup, I'm gonna break down all of my steps and tips and tricks so that you can recreate this very easily at home. And yeah, we're just gonna have fun and do makeup together. It's been a while since I've done like a sit down, talk through tutorial, and that's exactly what this is. So I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe, grab your makeup brushes, and let's do some makeup together. So to start off, I actually have a new primer. This is the Refy Glow and Sculpt Face Primer. I've never used this before. I just picked this up from Sephora, but I've seen people use this on TikTok, YouTube. So let's see if I apply this correctly. Okay. This is very unique packaging. I've never tried anything like this before. So you just squeeze it out and it comes out of here. Let me see if I can show you. Like so. And then just roll it on the skin. This honestly feels like I'm just like applying moisturizer, which I really like actually. Even though I can lean more oily, but I just love anything glowy, especially when it comes to like base products. I don't necessarily love super glowy foundations, but anything like this, I like the glow. So we will see. All right, well, stay tuned. I will give you an update on how I like this over time. So far, my first impressions is that I really do like it. I am actually gonna fan my skin just a little bit because it is pretty like wet looking. It really looks like I just applied my face moisturizer, but let's see, what foundation do I want to use? You know, I have not used this foundation in a hot minute. This is the Catrice True Skin foundation in the shade 20 Warm Beige. This is one of my more, I don't want to say it's like fully matte, but it is a very like full coverage foundation. I'm going to use the Sigma F48 and start stippling this on the skin. Yes, this is very full coverage. And I would say it is pretty matte actually now that I'm looking at it. To be honest, it's been so long since I've like switched up my foundations. I've been using the same two foundations on rotation for a while now. And that's the Pat McGrath foundation and the Chanel Revitalizing foundation. I love those two. But yeah, this is definitely fuller coverage than I'm used to. And I would say a little bit more matte. Even though we have that glowy primer underneath, I can tell that it is a lot more matte, but I think that's a really pretty combo. For my concealer, I'm going to use the usual. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I have a lighter one and a darker one that I'm going to mix together. We've got 350 Bisque and 370 Biscuit. Pop the lighter here in the middle and the edge, and then the darker in between. We're just going very full coverage today. And then I'm using my Real Technique setting brush just to blend in the concealer. This is my favorite brush for blending in concealer. I feel like it's really fluffy so I can blend it out really nicely, but it's also smaller so I can really get into like the under eye area really well. And it just blends really nicely. I'm also gonna bring this over the eyes as kind of like a base for priming the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm gonna go into my tried and true Laura Mercier translucent powder and set my whole face. And I just picked up a new bronzer. This is the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light. It's a little bit more cool toned and a little lighter than the Radiant Bronze Light. I might hop over into that one too just to add a little bit more depth, but I'm gonna use the double-ended Hourglass brush to apply this. Because I don't have on any self-tan, I'm like glowing in the dark, literally. This color works better when I don't have on a tan. Although that foundation was a little bit darker than my natural. So we'll see, I might have to hop into the Radiant, but oof, I just love this color. It's so perfect for when I'm more fair. Okay, I am jumping into the Radiant Bronze Light because I feel like I did need just a little extra warmth. Quickly just contoured my nose. I used the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette. My favorite thing for contouring my nose. Is so specific. For my blush, I really want to use the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. This is the color Encourage. I'm usually not a liquid blush girl, but I just want to try it today. I just usually gravitate towards powder. So I'm going to do a dot, Grab my brush and start stippling this in. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion brush. This is like a really small, flat brush, and I feel like because of its size, it's perfect to get this cheek area really precisely. Okay, I am happy with that color. I think that's really pretty, especially with the green. I think that pops really nicely. Too Faced sent over this limited edition blush and highlighter palette. I feel like it's been a while since I've tried like a blush and highlighter palette in general, but this one looked really, really pretty. So I think I'm gonna use this highlighter to highlight my cheekbones and down the center of my nose. If I can find my brush for it. Do the Cupid's bow. And then I think I'm gonna go into some of these powder blushes just to top the cheek. I'm gonna do Velvet Crush, which is the shade here. Just put it right over the top. Which honestly, I feel like I didn't even notice the difference. Moving on to my eyebrows, I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit in the shade number 3. This is one of my favorite brow pencils. My brows are done, and then I primed my eyes with the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC and set it with some powder. Now for my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I think I've only used this one time, maybe twice. It's just this beautiful green palette. I really just want to do like a beautiful, cozy, smoky green fall makeup look. So let's do this. So I think I'm going to start with this color right up here. And I'm going to bring this in the crease first. And then also bring this underneath the eye. With my eyes, I'm looking upwards into my mirror. I'm actually positioning this above me. I can access this under eye area a lot easier. Beautiful. Okay, loving this already. I'm now gonna go into Valley, this like warm brown. Just start kind of layering it within where we already put that first color. It'll just warm it up a little bit and add a little bit of deepness to the look. I also kind of want to drag this outwards, like almost into the temple. You want to make sure not to do that until you've got the majority of the product off of your brush. If you go like right into this area as soon as you've loaded up your brush with color, it's going to be like way too smoky out here. It's going to be really pigmented. You want to place it on the inside of this eye area first. Make sure it's really blended out and then go over in this area. And at first you're going to be like, I'm not putting anything there. But then you'll step back and you'll see, like, do you see this like dark shadow starting to form there? It's very light and faint, but you also don't want it to be like too pigmented over there. You don't want it to be very noticeable. Same thing, bring that color underneath. I'm going back into that first color just to reinforce this green hue, but now it'll be just a little bit more intense than when we initially put it on. You see that? It's like whew, very olive looking. Before I go into like any shimmers on the eye, I think I really want to do some kind of green liner situation. I'm gonna grab this one first. This is the Makeup Forever Forest eyeliner. I'm gonna use this and just do liner on the top and kind of do an outer wing situation. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna top that with this willow color here. I think I'm gonna use that same willow color on a very small fluffy brush and just start kind of bringing this here in the outer lid, outer corner area, just to make this a little bit more intense and colorful. Okay, I'm adding in a little bit of this color here because I want this to be still like a smoky green, and I feel like it was going like too, what's the word? Like, I don't want to say too colorful, but a little bit too like a bright green, and I want this to be like a more smoky green. You'll see. Once I get there, you'll see, but this is kind of toning down the intensity of the colorfulness while still adding in like a little bit more of like a mossy green. I'm gonna add this flax shade here to the outer corner area. I might have to go over the liner a little bit just to re-intensify it again after this, but we will see. Just want a little bit more smokiness. So on the lid, I'm gonna go into this green shade here and use my finger. This is what this looks like. It's like this beautiful mossy green. Pop this right here on the lid. And I think I'm gonna layer over the top of that grayish one here. Right over the top of that, actually. This might not look good when I do it, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Just so it's less limey, yes. It's like I didn't want silver and I didn't want lime green. I want this like subtle, yes, this is doing it. Okay, I want to deepen. I'm gonna go back into that valley shade, which was like the warm brown, and just start bringing this in the crease. I want to really kind of define that and separate it from the lid. And I'm also gonna take that eyeliner and go back over top of the liner because I still want a pronounced line. Okay, I'm taking my brush with this shade here just to go right here and add just a little extra something. I feel like it really helps to make the lid look even bigger and more pronounced, but I'm not bringing it everywhere. I'm just bringing it right at that spot here. I'm bouncing back over to this palette that I used to highlight my face with. This color. Highlight the inner corner. Ooh, intense. This went a lot more colorful than I was intending to today, but that's okay. Okay, on the bottom, I'm gonna take this green color here, go right at the lashes. I'm gonna take the green pencil and put this in the waterline. I'm going back in with that like silvery shade, right where we put that like bright green one, just because I don't want it to be very limey. I do think that's beautiful, but I'm just not in the mood for that today. It was going very lizard, and I just want it to be just a little less bright, you know? I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. This is a velour lash curler that they sent me, and I'm loving it. YSL Lash Clash Mascara. For my lashes, I'm using the Ardell 422 lashes. These are beautiful because they're very wispy and they kind of wing out towards the end. So they are probably my favorite pair of false lashes at the moment. Love the way that just pulled the whole eye look together. Okay, moving on to the lips. I have some new lip liners to show you. So I picked up this kit from Makeup Forever recently. It's such a good kit. You've got a black and a white eyeliner, and then you have 3 nude lip liners. The darkest nude shade that I have here is Limitless Brown, and then I have Anywhere Caffeine and Wherever Walnut. So I'm gonna start with Wherever Walnut. That seems to be my personal favorite. It is like a lighter nude beige color. So I'm gonna line and overline my lips with the Wherever Walnut. Is that not like the perfect nude for me? I think it's so beautiful. I think I want to try this Limitless Brown because I do love the Anywhere Caffeine, but I don't think that it's dark enough to deepen up the outer edges like I'd prefer. So I'm gonna grab the Limitless Brown. We'll see how this goes. This does look like a rich chocolate brown. And when you layer your darker pencils over the lighter pencils that are already on, this will actually appear to be lighter than it would if you went directly on your lip with this color, just because you have that lighter color in between kind of diffusing it a little bit. So if you have any lip liner pencils that are a little bit too dark for you, keep that in mind. Maybe put a lighter one underneath first and then layer it with the darker one so you can still use it if like you're just stuck with a pencil that's too dark, and then you have a pencil that you can use. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do Honey Love from MAC. This is just a beautiful light beigey nude. Last but certainly not least, the Vive Invisiveil Setting Spray, my favorite. Okay, so This is the final look. I think this is so, so pretty. This is to me giving a little bit more holiday vibes than fall vibes. Unintentionally, I really didn't mean to do that. But I think this is so beautiful. This eyeliner, I feel like stole the show. Of course, I can't find it. Here it is. The Makeup Forever eyeliner, I feel like really stole the show with this look. But I think it just really complemented the eyeshadow palette. This is just so pretty. I love how everything kind of like works together. I love this lip with this look. These eyeliners from Makeup Forever are going to be some of my new favorites. I can already tell because I only got this like a couple days ago. I've worn it every day since. So I'm going to have to go and get the full sizes much sooner than I thought I was going to need to. But yeah, this is just so beautiful. I'm loving this look. All right, but that is it for this video. I'm really happy with this look. I'm honestly so pleasantly surprised with how much I love this look. It started going in a direction that I wasn't loving, and it stole my heart. I'm loving this look. I'm gonna have to end up recreating it again, but that's everything. Thank you guys so much for requesting tutorials. I feel like I've been on such a vlog kick that not necessarily that tutorials have been like left behind, but you know, I kind of just like go with my heart and what I'm feeling. And I know you guys love the vlogs, but I know a lot of you guys really love tutorials as well. So I have some plans for like the holiday season, which I know it kind of seems early to be talking about that, but at the same time, I feel like in just a couple of days, we're all going to be putting up our Christmas decorations. It just happens so fast. But yeah, I do have some holiday look plans right up my sleeve, but we still are in the fall season. So I have more fall things planned, so don't you worry. But let me know all of your holiday content requests down below in the comment section. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.